everybody, it's Kevin Grantley here with TAC Fitness with a quick how-to video of an orientation of that first day one of what's the best way to get started if, let's just say, I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks and here comes that first day one. So first and foremost, congratulations. Secondly, it's not as scary as it may seem or feel. So don't overthink it. And we're going to give you a few pointers, a few exercises to complete that day one to give you a good understanding of where we're at and our starting point. So first and foremost, we're going to start with one of my favorites of an exercise that gives us all kinds of indicators of where we're at, where a couple trouble areas may be, and where's our starting point. So on day one, if you're just starting out, I would like to put my clients through what is called an overhead squat. And we're gonna, for example, and do a quick, for example, of how to do a proper overhead squat. And Brooke's gonna show us, for example, our head's gonna be straight overhead and we're gonna go straight down into a squat. You wanna sit back on your heels as much as possible, evenly distribute the weight between your toes and your heels. And let's just say our knees are going over our toes, that's okay. That just means we need to loosen up our hamstrings and our glutes, and our hip flexors may be super tight. So the proper overhead squat is you want your hands to stay over your head as much as possible. And let's do about 4 or 5 facing me just so the camera get a side view. And I always like to look straight ahead to make sure our knees are not concaving and our knees are not, our feet aren't pigeon-toed. They're as straight as possible, going straight down, straight up. We don't want our knees going in, which would give us that indicator that we have underactive and overactive inner thigh and outer quads and our hips. So that's our overhead squat. It's a good indicator, and with someone that is watching that with you, that's gonna give them a lot of small pointers to know where our weakest points are and where our strengths are. So that's our overhead squat. Moving on to our chest press. All right, here we are with the chest press. I like to start us off from an orientation standpoint to see where we're at strength-wise with a couple major muscle groups. So we're gonna start with our chest and to see where we're at strength-wise with our pushes. So the chest press machine, I also want to let you know that if it's your first time on a chest press machine, let's just say you're in the gym itself for the first time and you're not working with myself or one of our fitness professionals, then you can point your camera at a QRL located right on the front of the machine itself to get a quick step-by-step how-to to get your seat in the right position, the back of the actual pad in the right position, and the quick how-to of making you a little bit more comfortable, a little more educated on the actual machine. But as we get started, put it on a moderate weight, which is probably anywhere between 30 pounds and 50 pounds, and make sure that when you push out, you're at a comfortable weight, and the actual seat back part of the machine is putting those bars about 1 inch from your chest. And here we go. You want that comfortable weight to be about the weight that'll allow you to push about 20 reps just for starters. Very good. And we're gonna wrap this up and go straight into a pull exercise to create that balance. How we doing, guys? We're back. And just because we just finished a quick push exercise to see where we're at strength-wise, I want to create a little bit of balance, and we're going to go with a pull, okay? And we're literally 2 machines down from our chest press with the pull down. And if you have any questions on how to use the pull down, we have another QRL on this machine as well. All you gotta do is use your camera, locate the QRL, and you'll take it straight to the video of how to use this machine. So in our assessment, obviously, we want to see what weight we're at to get to about 20 reps. And let's go ahead and grab this. We're gonna go 10 reps on the inside grip, the parallel grip, and 10 reps on the horizontal grip. So we're gonna do both. Pull straight down to our chest. Good, breathing out on the way down. Very good. getting a great pull, making sure our shoulder blades are literally pinched in the back on the way down. It's great. It's a great exercise, and go ahead and switch to the horizontal. It's always easier when you have a spotter. Same gist of a pull, but you don't have as much bicep on this grip, and it's a lot more lats. So enjoy this. Fantastic. Once we get to about 10 and 10, total of 20 on this rep, you'll know about where you're at. Enjoy, guys. How we doing, guys? Here we are with our next assessment exercise, and we're gonna stay with it with our major muscle groups. We already did a chest press. We already did a lat pull down. Now we're gonna do an assisted lunge. We're gonna do an assisted lunge because the form on a lunge is highly controversial, and I wanna make sure that you have the best form. So we're gonna start holding a staff-like object or a stick or something that is secure, like a cane or whatever, and we're going to get in our position with our left leg forward, right leg back. Our support is actually on the side where our leg is back. And we're gonna go straight down as if we're taking a knee and almost forming two perfect right angles with both of our legs. So our knee's not gonna go over our toe, and the back knee is just going straight down as if we're trying to kneel. We're not going all the way down to the ground, and you wanna make sure that you're breathing as we're coming up out of our lunge, and it's an easy switch to the opposite side. And a rep count should be right about 10 on each leg. It's a fantastic way to get our heart rate elevated. You're gonna feel a nice burn in your quad, and just enjoy this exercise because our legs are waking up. Enjoy, guys. Good job. All right, here we are. We're over halfway through our orientation and our assessment. So good job already. And I always like to break it up just to add a little bit of active recovery right in the middle of our exercise. And walking is obviously one of the more popular exercises to do cardiovascular wise. And we've got our matrix treadmill here. And it's really easy to get started. Right when you hop on, tap guest, tap go, and then hit your desired speed. And just enjoy the walk, control your breathing, and if we want to intensify and you want to pick it up just to push yourself a little bit, all you gotta do is adjust the incline up to about 3 or 4%, or adjust our speed to a real, instead of a brisk walk, a more rigorous one. So this is to be done for about 5 minutes. If you want to push yourself and you're feeling comfortable, go for 10. Enjoy this active recovery right in the middle of our set, and we're getting ready to go to abs, guys. All right, we can't get through an orientation without testing your abdomen and your core. So one of the most popular ab exercises out there is the plank. And Brooke's gonna get into the plank and hold it for about a minute. And a minute is a good target time to compare ourselves to, especially when we come back to this exercise to see how far we've come. So the main thing is you want to squeeze your abs. You almost want to brace yourself. And if you feel it in your lower back, and if we're trembling and we just can't hold it anymore and we're breaking form and our body's not flat anymore, I want you to go down with our knees while keeping our body flat. Your bum can't be sticking up in the air, and you want to make sure that you're almost aboard from your shoulders to your knees, or if you're up and elevated from your shoulders all the way down to your toes. And make sure we're breathing, because it's easy to hold your breath in this exercise. And enjoy, push yourself. We're gonna hold it for about a minute. If you can't, no worries, record your time and compare it to yourself the next time you do it. This is a great exercise to start that ab and core engagement. So enjoy, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to our next ab exercise, our next core engagement, and it's the basic crunch, okay? You wanna lay with your feet flat, hands right on your quads, and just slide up. And all we're doing is lifting our head and our shoulder blades off the ground, and we're gonna aim for our knees in a quick sliding motion into a perfect crunch. And we're not tucking our chin too far into our chest, and we're not looking straight up to the ceiling. We wanna find that middle ground to rest that neck so that we're not pulling. Our next crunch is almost as if we're gonna start on one side and crunch straight across our body, and our opposite elbow is gonna point at our knee. You don't have to make contact, just point, just up and crunch and point, up and crunch and point for a 10 count. Easy switch. And left elbow coming across to our right into an easy crunch from left all the way, point to the right. And our core should be fully engaged right now. You should get a nice burn going. And one of my favorite ab exercises is the flutter kick. The flutter kick itself, you want your hands underneath your bum for just for some support. And you want to be able to push your belly button almost down to the ground, figuratively speaking, so that we're engaging our core and we're squeezing our abdomen and we're kicking. And make sure that we're practicing our breathing during this, because it's easy to try and hold our breath. And if you're feeling this tension in your lower back, you want to stop, pause, readjust, squeeze again, and try one more time, because at this point our abs are going to be burning pretty good. And on both of the crunches, you want to aim for 20, see how close to 20 we can get. Same thing with our flutter kicks, and typically we count one leg, 1, 2, all the way to 20. And this followed up by one more stint of active recovery on our cardio, and you have made it through our orientation. And I want you to remember a few things in regards to orientation. It's only a starting point. We're going to improve every single week that we re-engage and every single exercise. And stay tuned, because we're going to have a part 2 to our assessment, our orientation. And if you have any questions whatsoever during this exercise or ending this exercise on your next steps, all you got to do is reach out to TAC Fitness directly. We'll schedule a time to meet, go over your actual results and what you found after doing this video, and reach out to us in either a direct message or a phone call. We'd love to hear how this was and how you did and how you performed. So thank you so much, and enjoy, and good luck on your journey, and be patient with yourself.